Come on in. What's good? What's good? Yeah. All right. First of all, I already called in everybody's ancestors and spirit guides and whatever. Your whole team is in the house with me right now. Just know it. Okay. All right. I think they want to talk. If you have Pisces in your chart anywhere, there should be a message in here somewhere for you. It's directed to North Noders, people that are on their higher vibrational spiritual paths. But if you happen to be cross-watching or what, and you're on your lower vibrational or you're not on a spiritual, I could be talking about you, so don't get mad at me. Just saying. Dove, take a leap of faith, something you did in the past, I feel. Yeah. Something you took a chance, or that's what it's about. Maybe don't forget to flip and flop your energies and genders each and every time you feel fit. Just don't force it. But I kind of feel like it was you, or at least right now it is, moving forward, getting ready for positive change. That's in your present. I like it. Taking a chance and getting like it's almost like a leveling up kind of vibe. I like it. Leveling up, maybe, moving forward, advancing. Okay. Self reliance. Don't be afraid to fly solo. Right on. Right on. I'm Sigma female, and maybe you are too. Sigma females, if you don't know what that is, you can always, hey, YouTube or whatever, Google, you know, but somebody's on their own here. This is crowning you. Don't mind the burn marks in these cards, please. They're old. It happened a long time ago. I didn't do it. I just think they're beautiful, so I keep them. All right. Your kids are safe, or you're safe and protected, whatever that is to you, the hope, fear, challenge, and homework. If you're worried or what, just know it. Worried is like a wasted energy. You can't, why worry, right? We correct it and move on, or, facing your fears here, releasing the power of fear. Yeah, you should never be fearful. We're actually coming into the best days of our lives, higher vibrationals. And I believe it. I don't listen to the news. I don't listen to politics anymore. I'm very anti, in fact, with all these Epstein. I don't even care what side you're on. It doesn't matter. They want you to fight, period. All right. Mass, hiding, concealing, deception, taking a leap of faith. Somebody's hiding here, concealing something. Envy, resentful, competitive, and disconnect, like NPCs. Moving forward, get ready for positive change after this. I don't like this vibe whatsoever. Somebody around you is hiding. I'm not sure. Oh, I have too many. I'll put this one back. It's down. Paranoid, cautious, insincere, or guarded. Self-reliant. Don't be paranoid. Fuck these people. Whatever it is. Hi, everybody. Popping in and out. Somebody's paranoid. Maybe they're paranoid of your power. Being self-reliant. Maybe they're afraid of you, right? Distance, divorce, ghosted, or separation. Children, right? Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. They're protected. Maybe they're missing somebody, or you're missing them. Somebody's distant here, and that's a challenge, maybe. Running, escape, denial, or excuses. Facing your fears. Yeah. Facing them, right? This is, it's telling you, be brave, be strong, be resilient, be persistent, right? Hi, everybody. Hello. All right, so that's that. Now I'm going to take some of these. My handy dandy homemade oracle. All right, Spirit, Universe, What is in the cards for Pisces? What about this mask concealing deceptive energy? This envious South Node vibe. Somebody's resenting something. That's not good. We got to release that. Whoever this is holding on to it. No wonder they're paranoid. That's not healthy, right? We got to get balanced. Hate in this world is unbelievable. It's everywhere. You know? One on the bottom, red. I feel like somebody could be seeing red with this envy card right here. Be vigilant. Anyway, red could be someone's favorite color too. Somebody is taking a leap of faith, or that's what it's about, or they need to against this energy or something. Somebody's in denial though, you know, there's like a block. What's the deny? You know, if you do something, you can't say you didn't, you know. It's like somebody saying the sun's out. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. The sun's out. No, it's not. Yeah, the sun's out. You know, is it that kind of, you know? I get that a lot lately with that kind of argumentative, like right back at you, the vengeful or something. They have to blame somebody. Yeah, trying to move forward, envy, resentful, competitive, and disconnect. Somebody's an NPC out there. They're like a soldier. They're like a machine, a mechanic. They go to work every day, or whatever, and you know, they don't have any like soul, you know. Moving forward, if somebody's, you know, this envy, they got to blame somebody. Is this like a narcissistic energy or something? There's a lot of hate around you. You all have haters. Trapped. This is crowning you for a few weeks. Trapped in your own head. Right? Somebody is. Insecure. Get your chakras lined up. Start with that root chakra and work your way up. There's 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 3 hours, 12 hours. Pick one you like. There's only a bazillion, you know. Get those chakras aligned because somebody here is completely not. Look, Tyrant energy wants to show itself. Stand your ground, damn straight. You know, ghosted, divorced, or separation. Children right there, stand your ground. Maybe the children are standing their ground. They feel ghosted. I don't know how it's going to fit with you. Somebody's standing their ground. And we're all somebody's child. So, right? And I say that often in my readings. So it really depends on where you are in the story. Boundaries. Oops. No, excuse me. All right. Well, we'll take boundaries. Maybe boundaries is something, right? In your feels. It's very emotional. Pisces, yeah, of course you are. Right? Very emotional, possibly. Somebody's running away from something. They're in fear. That's not good. Hi, everybody. All right. So I'm going to use my new deck here. It's my Empath Soul Tarot. If you'd like a card reading, Yash, Monday nights at 6 o'clock or 6-ish. That's when I do my live readings for people, live question and answer type guidance things. As long as I'm able to answer it, I will. But yeah, Mondays at 6. Hi, Firefly. I know you're not a Pisces. That's funny. Just stopping in to say hi. I like that. 3 of Wands down. Somebody's seeing red. You know there's no future with this energy. Somebody's hiding, deceptive, concealing. You're trying to move forward with this envious vibe around you. I feel like it's all around you, Pisces, or something. Let me put these here. You know that it's not going to go anywhere, or it hasn't. The time is now. Somebody is free and somebody has to blame somebody. There's so much envy around this. I can't even tell you. Has to blame somebody is actually, telling me that they're not taking responsibility for themselves, whoever this is, this envious or whatever paranoia. I don't know. Somebody's in a sticky situation. 3 of Pentacles. There was teamwork. It is about building, right? Somebody's trapped in this threesome. And I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying it like that. I feel like there's 3 people working together, or 3 kingpins in the matter. Somebody's trapped. Somebody's very self-reliant, however. 2 of Wands. Stand your ground. Plan on it. Making plans with the kids as well, or something. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Yeah, this family dynamic is yeah, you're in your feels. There's something off with this family dynamic here. Facing your fears over your emotions, right? Hold on 1 second. Right, but somebody's trying to run away from it. They don't want to take responsibility, or, it is about integrity. And are you in that, mode? Or are you hiding and concealing? Somebody, this red here, this card, red, lovers, yeah, that could be passionate on the other hand, right? Now the starting to change in that card, that meaning, but this is a choice card. And with 3 of Wands right over this, you don't think it's going to be going anywhere or something. It's about taking a leap of faith, or something for you. I don't know if there's that much passion, actually. I think it's really just the envy, the anger, could be the struggle of it. It's not good to be hateful and angry, yeah? Okay. 6 of Wands down, 5 of Cups down, dead center in the reading. 4 of Swords, the Fool, 2 of Cups, 6 of Swords, Judgment down. Yeah, you love this person, but they're in bad judgment for some reason. Maybe because they won't, I don't know. Hold on. 2 more, please. There's no victory here, whatever it is. And I feel like there is either a coven or a cult or a community of some sort, excuse me, that could be involved. Maybe it trickles down to 3, and there's, or something, but Eight of Pentacles down, not working on things, refusal, right? They have to blame somebody else. They don't want to work on things themselves or something. This could be lessons never learned, like they're never going to learn, Very stubborn, could be. Anywho, 6 of Wands down, yeah. That's that card that I was reading, right? Five of Cups down. Now, it's trapped, paranoid. People could be, yeah, really resentful, really vengeful, really, that's not good, man. It's about getting over it and letting it go. It is sad. It is disappointing. It's hard, but we have to face that fear. See, dead center in the reading. Somebody's trapped in the middle of something. I'm sorry that you are. It's about healing. Somebody it has or is healing the situation, the separated situation of whatever this is. Kids here being involved. Stand your ground, right? Make plans. Do something you've never done before, maybe, right? Somebody did. Somebody's taking a leap of faith here. Jumping off that cliff is only a few feet down. After all, you'll be just fine. You'll be fine facing your fears here. It's telling you that. The innocence of that, right? The escape, the denial, and the excuses. I feel like it's enough or something. You do love this person, but you don't see it going anywhere. This is a union or possibly a reunion, right? With lovers right over it. Three of Wands down. Six of Wands down. Now we have Six of Swords here. Six of Swords is getting out of the storms. You want to get out of the storm. Somebody wants to blame somebody. Somebody needs to take accountability. They're in bad judgment. I feel like you're surrounded by it. Or maybe some of you are in bad judgment. It's going to depend on your story, right? Stand your ground over this aggressive energy. Very cutthroat, very, I'm getting a very, some of you, it's like, it's abusive. And it could be mental or psychological abuse somehow, because swords are verbal and mental, right? So I'm feeling like somebody's being cut out or was cut out, trying to heal that, trying to make the plan. Stand your ground, Pisces. Somebody has no empathy, however, and you're in your feels. Of course you are, you're Pisces. Face your fears. This person here, this could be a sociopath with no feeling. It could be a narcissist, but it could be a sociopath where they have like no soul, which is kind of freaky, right? All right, we're going to switch it to my Slovak deck here. Hi, everybody. Indra, go ahead, ask a question. I'm not doing readings right now. I do them on Monday nights at 6-ish. But if you want to ask a question, go right ahead. Show me what I need to see for Pisces. Ace of Cups down. Yeah. Three of Wands down. Somebody's mad. There's no love here with somebody. Somebody that's really, really hateful and envious. Yeah. Somebody freed themselves from this situation or something. I'm not doing readings right now. Monday nights at 6-ish. Yeah, I had to do that because too many people asked. So I've actually dedicated a night, or at least for now, until further notice, I'm going to be doing them. So if you're able, that's when. The Star. Somebody's a star seed. Somebody could be online or in the public eye and somebody else hates it. Something like that. But ultimately, it's about manifesting, wish fulfillment, and healing again, right? This group needs to heal, right? Somebody feels trapped. They're in the middle of this bullshit. I feel like Pisces, it's all around you. I feel like you're the eye of the storm right now, kind of thing. 3 of Hearts, 2 of Wands. Yeah, it is painful. There's betrayal here. Making plans to deal with what hurts, right? I feel like, you know, this ghosted, divorced, separated kind of vibe. I'm getting a very ominous kind of vibe, you know? Show me, I need a bunch. 5 of Cups. It is disappointing and sad. Some people may be grieving. We have 5 of Cups down over here who refuse to fucking heal. Excuse me. But, yeah. They refuse to reflect. See, the reflection in the water doesn't match. Right? It's very disappointing that the family is off. It's very sad. You're really in the your feels. I feel like you really care. And Pisces generally really do, right? I feel like you're trying to get forward and they're keeping you stuck or trapped or something. Empress reversed with the Lovers. Somebody's missing somebody, or really without very I have Ace of Cups down, 3 of Wands down. Yeah, somebody could be missing their kids or child in the past. Somebody's red. See, somebody's red with envy, anger, wrath. Very, very hard energies to deal with. It's making people paranoid. Is there like some sort of domination of power here? Like, you know, ruling with an iron fist kind of vibe. There's no victory there, man. It's about love or lack thereof. Do people even give a shit about themselves? Some of these people, I don't think, maybe, you know, that's really sad. Right in that alone, right? That's just, you know, you don't want people in that vibe. Maybe it's really weighing on you. You are moving forward, though. Maybe it's, you know, baby steps, but you are. Show me. 3 of Wands here. Ding, 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 ding. All right. You're looking ahead. You know whatever that is isn't going anywhere. You're looking forward. I like it. It's not really a victorious thing or whatever, but maybe you're not telling anybody either. Who knows? Somebody has to blame somebody. Somebody's pissed off. Somebody is in that energy of, you know, I feel like it's all the time. You know, I just learned about this thing the other day online. I'm going to look into it more, obviously. But what I understand, it's called hyperonic personality disorder. And I feel like it's basically like manic depression times 10. You know, they can't get out. They're trapped in that NPC. Somebody has an attachment, or it's a devil energy that they carry. I'm feeling it, right? I'm channeling it, you know. You're really manifesting here, though. You're really wishing upon a star, you know. I hope it's not you that's wishing paranoia on others, however, because that is going to be coming back at you times 3. That's universal law, right? Staying balanced and cool so that shit doesn't come back at you, right? I have 4 of Swords again. Ding, 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 ding. Justice reverse. 10 of Swords down. Wheel of Fortune down. Yeah, some people are having it wicked hard, man. I live in New Hampshire. Wicked means a lot, you know, in this case. And it is wicked, actually, quite honestly. Anyway, yeah, somebody you care about is having it very, very hard here. You know, are the tables turning? You know, whatever that was in the past, it didn't go anywhere. Maybe now it's growing, and that's the other Three of Wands. You know, I mean, it's going to depend on all of you. It is ultimately about healing, resting, hibernating if you need to, right? It's very meditative, right? Five of Cups down. This is very disappointing. There's a lot of regrets, a lot of guilt, you know, that we have to work through. You know, we may be trapped in this situation of energy, but it doesn't mean that we need to take it on. It doesn't have to absorb into you, right? There's like a barrier. Just because they're like that doesn't mean you are. Okay. Justice down, Four Swords. The injustice of everything is what's needed here to be healed. And this is, again, right next to the other Four Swords. Ding, 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 ding. Stand your ground. It's very painful. Somebody's heart was crushed. And that could be multiple people here. You know, it's heartbreaking. Ten of Swords down, the Fool, taking a chance from this pain that happened a long time ago. Right? Let me put these down. This card, look at how many times that animal was stabbed over and over. It was overkill or ruin or, you know, it's like, what the fuck? Moving on. Yeah. Moving forward. I like it. Taking a chance. Where am I? Ah, jeez. I just dropped a bunch of stuff. Whatever. Oh, yeah, that was down. But yeah, we got to release that from the past, right? We're trying to move forward, and and I feel like a bunch of people around you are not. They're not advancing. They're not growing. They're like stuck in the past. And they got to blame somebody. No, they need to blame them damn selves. And deal with it. And learn from it. Five of Coins, Six of Swords. Somebody's very ostracized or feeling ostracized, feeling left out of this family. Yeah? They're getting out of troubled waters, however. The envy around this is real. It's wicked. Bad judgment. Yeah? They're trapped because the illusion's out, see? People see it now. People are paranoid. They're scared. Well, why'd you do it in the first place? This is why we need to be present. This is why we need to, you know, ground ourselves and realize what we're doing in every moment, really. You know? I'm two more cards here. Somebody's just running, and the double energy will always run. It will always be on Earth here. It'll never ascend, see? And that energy, unfortunately, has been on this Earth for millennia. And when they reincarnate, they get damn good at their manipulations and their gaslighting and scapegoating and mental abuse and financial abuse and SA and anything and everything. You know, they get real good at hiding and concealing. See, but the light's on Earth right now. It's on this Earth, believe it or not. And as it's, you know, happening, these darker energies are kind of freaking out. It's like a winner takes all or a ruthless energy now. Things are amping up, right? We're in for the best days of our lives. But these lower vibrationals, these evil fucking bitches on this planet, however, you know, there could be an awful lot of people leaving this planet, you know, in the near future if they don't change their ways. Now, I don't know if that's exactly your situation, but as a whole, it is the situation. People need to be real. Got to be real, people, for that clarity. You don't want to struggle anymore? Then get real. Face the truth. As hard as it may be sometimes. Seven of Swords, Knight of Swords. Oh, stand your ground over this abusive, lying, stealing, cheating, betrayal, aggressive, hateful. Bleh. God. Ew. I don't know about you people, but I don't have that around me. See? And you may not either. You need to start making your boundaries. See, that was the first card that I should have kept that card from the very, very, very beginning. 9 of Wands. In your feelings, right? Which is right over this. And then I have Knight of Cups down with 9 of Wands. So look at this dude here. Every wound has a story. Every scar. Every cut. And he still goes on. Right? Being a warrior right now, not a soldier. Soldiers are the NPCs. They're in 3D. You got to be spiritually warrior-like in this world. And that's what this is saying. This card, it's funny, but most cards, my 9 of Wands, has like a hawk or an eagle or something behind them, saying that this is your spirit guide. Keep on going. You're tired, boss, but you're not done. And warriors don't die. They just rest. Strength. You have it in you. Be strong, be courageous, be diligent, resilient, right? Takes a lot of guts to get on top of that buffalo, I'll tell you that. They've become friends somehow. Anyway, yeah. I'm going to give you, I have a new oracle here. It's called the Ancestor Spirit Oracle. It's for every race, color, and creed around the planet. I really like this deck. Very cool. See what comes out for Pisces. Most of these cards I haven't even seen yet. What do you got for Pisces? First one on the table. Teach and share. Okay. That's what it's all about. Instill, instruct, and educate. Okay, don't forget to flip and flop should you need to. Look at the ways you can incorporate teaching or mentoring in your life so others might benefit. You have the ability to connect with people from all walks of life and show them the way. Try not to overthink the aspect of your purpose. You may already be teaching others without even realizing it. Enjoy sharing your gifts with others. Yeah, there's like a lot to be said. You have a lot of experiences, right? Teach from your experience, right? I have that saying, I'm a perfect product of my experiences, and boy, I am living, breathing, walking proof of it. And this is why I chose to be on this side of the camera, because I've had so many life experiences, and I want people to know that you can do it. You know, if I can get through what I went through, you definitely can get through what you're going through. I'll say that right now, right? Anywho, a familiar oracle. Elf and mischief. Yeah, with these, But don't forget to flip and flop, should you need to. Pranks and laughter are all part of my game to lighten up that black mood of yours. When things go missing, be sure to know that it is I who deliberately hides them. But don't fret. You will find them again as they turn up in the most bizarre ways and in the most improbable places. My magical capers are just for larks, and I mean you no harm. Just trying to grab your attention is all. When you can't take a joke, take a leaf out of my book instead and have fun amongst the trees, for the ancient woodland and forests are yesteryear's playground, to which I serve as a protector. Confusion, misunderstandings, and physical mishaps come into play when I'm around, and you may be accused of not playing fairly or sticking to the rules. Understand that your magical limits, for if unchecked, your playful nature can too easily tip into the darker aspects of mischief, which could be detrimental to the enthusiasm of others. I feel like that was pretty intense for someone. What time are we on? 36. Yeah. All right. Grandma Josie is in the house. This is her deck. Grandma, what do you got for Pisces? Everybody say hi, Josie. Hi, Grandma Josie. She escaped the Nazis, literally. She was on like the second to the last boat. It's a story. It's a real one in my life. Anywho, she had 2 suitcases and she had whatever she could in those 2 suitcases. And this is one of the things that I got. Falseness. Yeah. There's a lot of falseness. There's a lot of trickery. There's a lot of concealing and hiding and masks. And, people can't be real anymore. It drives me nuts. These NPCs, they just keep on keeping on. Like the mechanics of the fucking world. Money. There's some money here for you. I like it. A few more. Ooh, thank you. Message. Maybe you're giving one or getting one or whatever. Are you getting the message? Yeah, unexpected joy. I like it. Very, very nice after all that, And yeah, the high priest. Yeah. Somebody could be married, could have to do with family, could be a teacher. However, it's a very traditional type Hierophant, I feel. Whatever that means to you. Very traditional. Or maybe it's about traditions or whatever. All right, I'll give you a rune and we'll close this out. Oh, that was quick. The Quiet House. That's the back. It looks like a nice quiet house. A leaf breaks from its branch above and falls down gently before your path. Sometimes it's not what we need for ourselves, but how we can tend lovingly to another's hearth and home. Yeah, things are very quiet right now. It may be telling you to help someone or help heal them, or maybe you're being called to a certain friend. I don't know how that's going to resonate, but it's nice. It's nice. And you guys that are in your feels, you're like queen and kings of your feels out there. And or getting into that queen or king mode of your emotions anyway is important, right? All right, those are your messages, Pisces, as we swim through the void together. I wish you all a good couple weeks. I'll be back soon with more messages. Thank you to everybody, the newer subscribers, the returning watchers. I really, really do appreciate it. It's a journey here for me as well. It's very healing for me as I go through these things with you, but it does trigger me sometimes, which is where I get my sass and frass from. But yeah. So anywho, there's a lot to marinate on in this, but ultimately it ended really nice for you. So I'll see you soon, guys. Ciao.